Welcome back. We're back in the kitchen today, and today we're gonna do fresh pork sausage in a red gravy. We've got all the ingredients laid out. We've got pork sausage, chicken sausage from Rosemont, of course, onion, bell pepper, garlic, celery. We got some fire roasted diced tomatoes, and for a little bit of heat, we got some Rotel and a can of tomato sauce. And you may notice a little background music. That's my buddy Blake Miller and Lalu Jukebox on KRVS. I hope I don't get flagged for this. And I'd like to give a couple of shout outs to my friend Jen in Austin for all the comments and the likes, and she's one of my most favorite followers. And I got a couple of new additions, which I'm going to show y'all after a while, to my kitchen. And I want to thank Andrea and Angel for that. And we also got my buddy Jude coming over to give us a verdict on the taste test there. So let me go ahead and clear all this mess away, and we're going to get started. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. First thing we're going to do is I don't put that sausage whole in that pot like that because it just, to me, you can't get it brown on all sides. I got me a little plastic mat on my wood cooking board. First thing we're going to do is I'm going to take that sausage and kind of squeeze it like that, make smaller links out of it. I find it brown a lot better if you make small links. Twist that up a little bit more than that, because it kind of want to untwist on you. I hope y'all don't mind the background music. I like to listen to music when I'm cooking. All right, yeah. This sausage fight me a little bit. All right, I think that'll do. Go ahead, cut them links. I got my pot, my black pot, of course. I got that heating up with a little bit of olive oil. It's starting to kind of smoke, so I know it's right. We'll throw that sausage in there. Ha! There we go. Now we'll start with that chicken. I like to use a mix sometimes, you know. Sometimes I do it all pork or all chicken, but today I decided to just mix it up a little bit. They're both good. I mean, like I said, Bros makes their sausage just about fresh every day, handmade. Well, a machine, but you know, as handmade as you can get. I used to do that myself. I enjoyed making that sausage. Go throw this away, wash them hands. Sorry that took so long there. Okay, another toss. Those things kind of tend to untwist at times. All right, we'll just throw that chicken in there also. I might have to turn that heat up a little bit. It don't seem to be browning too fast there. Yeah, we're gonna do that. All right, we got that heat up to midway. We're gonna go ahead and let all that brown. In the meantime, we're gonna chop up our vegetables. I'm pretty sure y'all don't wanna watch me do all that, so I'll be back. All right, got all our vegetables chopped up, put in our pretty little bowls. We're gonna go ahead and walk over and take a look at that pot. All right, you see them sausages are browning nicely. I think it's just about time to take them out and let them rest a little while. Oh yeah. Then we'll start throwing our vegetables in here. Look at that, boy, don't that pretty? And it smells so good in here. Like I was saying earlier, I'm listening to Blake Miller on Lalu Jukebox. You got a show that just can't be knocked. And I also want to give a little shout out to my latest subscriber, Harley. Thank you for subscribing, Harley. All right, let me grab a little spoon there and some water. I'm going to deglaze that. Oh, yeah. A little bit of... Got to be careful that steam don't get me. Okay, let that water cook out a little bit. And we're going to throw in them onions there. Making a mess all over that stove again. Oh! I despair of ever keeping that thing clean. Got everything out of that bowl. All right, I got that heat about medium right there. Here's one of the new additions to my kitchen, thanks to my friend Angel. I said I liked these when I was at his house, and he bought me a pair. I'm thinking about putting some eyes on them and calling them Clovis and Gaston. They make some good-looking little crawfish. Or maybe an alligator. Who knows? All right. Yep. Browning this stuff up pretty good. We'll get everything browning. I'll go ahead and come back in a little bit, and then we'll throw in the celery and the bell pepper. Gotta let these cook down a little more, and y'all don't need to stand around and watch me do that. All right, got them onions about where we want them. Go ahead, grab our bell pepper, throw that in there. Get all that out that little green bowl. There we go. I'm gonna have to go wash that in a minute once I go off camera again, which won't be long because, you know, y'all don't need to stand there and watch me brown all that, and give that a good stir around. This is gonna be really good. I do enjoy a sausage in a red gravy. I like them both ways, but a red gravy is just so tasty. Oh man, look. It just occurred to me what I done. I threw all my vegetables in. I forgot to put my dadgum tomatoes and brown them. Now I'm gonna have to do that now. Hold on, let me go open that and I'll be back. Okay, I messed up good that time, yeah. I took all them vegetables out and put them in a little bowl there. Well, a big bowl. I'm gonna add a little bit olive oil to this. We still got that heat on medium. And now that stove's really gonna get messed up with all that tomatoes. I tried to drain as much water as I could out of there, but you never get it all out because tomatoes is full of water. And like I said before, that looks like a lot of tomatoes, but that stuff actually is gonna cook down a lot. And once we get them cooked down and get all that water out of them, I guess I could throw my rotel in there with them too. We'll let some of this water cook out, then we'll throw in them rotel. See that nice fire roasted. I'm gonna have to find out if any of my friends or relatives got a garden going this year, and maybe get some fresh tomatoes and fire roast my own. That would make a good show, I think. Alrighty. Turn that heat up just a little more. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and let this cook down a little bit, and then we'll come back. We'll throw in our rotel, and after that's cooked down a bit, we'll throw our vegetables back in and throw in our garlic, and get the sausage cut up and put in there, and we'll let her rip. All right, we got that water boil out of there pretty good. As you can see, and it's starting to stick, and I just fogged up my glasses. I can't see. Maybe you can, but I can't. We're gonna go ahead and add them rotels in there now. Now that's gotta cook down just a little bit more for my liking, but let me grab them rotels. Got that on the cabinet. I don't know why I didn't put that handy. Dump that in there. Maybe just a bit more olive oil. Tomatoes and olive oil, that go good together. There we go. Don't want that stuff sticking in there too much. Stir that around a little while. Now it took about approximately 10 minutes for that water to cook out of there. So y'all didn't miss much, you know. All right, got them going pretty good. And as always, I'm gonna let that cook down, and I'm probably gonna cut my sausage up while I'm into rounds while I'm off camera. I don't guess y'all need to watch me do that, huh? Y'all seen that before. And if you haven't, go look at some of my other shows. And if you do watch this show, please leave comments. I like to know who's watching, and if you got any suggestions that I can improve my show or something you don't like, let me know. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna change anything, but I like to know. So right now, we're gonna go ahead and let that cook down a little bit longer, and we'll be back. Okay, got the tomatoes cooked down about where we want them. I'm gonna go ahead and scrape that up a little bit. Don't want that stickiness. Add some more olive oil. I use a lot of olive oil in this. Of course, that goes good with tomatoes, so yeah, can't go wrong. We'll take our vegetables and throw them back in there. I can't believe I messed up like that. I guess I just don't got my mind on what I'm doing today. Oh yeah. I got that fire a little higher than low, about halfway between low and medium. Or you would say 1/4 on the dial. I guess I can turn that fire up a little bit, speed this thing up, put it about halfway. That ought to do it. How you like the looks of this? That looked pretty good. While I was off camera, I went ahead and chopped my sausage up into little rounds there. I'll let this cook down a little while, add some garlic, and we'll add our tomato sauce. 1, maybe 2 cans, depending on how it looks. And we'll let that cook a while, and then we'll throw that sausage in last, because it's pretty much cooked, and it don't need to cook a long time. So we'll be back. Okay, we got those browned up pretty good. Vegetables all nice and brown. Stuff starting to stick to the bottom again. There's vigorous scraping. Get all that out of there. You don't want that burning on the bottom like that. All right. Now we're going to add in some garlic. Nice big spoonful. that to the side. I got my herbs and everything all set on the side too. That garlic's not gonna take long. Might have noticed I took my gloves off. I didn't think I'd be touching no meat or nothing else, so. My hands wanted to breathe. Oh yeah, browning up nice. Stir that around a little while. Y'all can watch me do this. Like I said, that garlic don't take all that long, though it is hard to tell. Oh man, look, I make a mess. You can't hardly smell it over the tomatoes. And it gets colored up, so you can't tell if it's brown or not. Ow, brûlé mon main. Ow. Put that back in there. Wipe my little fingers off. You wouldn't know the minute I take my gloves off. Got that stirring up in there good. Oh, this is gonna be pretty good. I hope Jude likes it. Put them on and hold that pot while I stir that. Keep them hands from getting burned. Them things work pretty good. How y'all doing? Comment ça va? My name is Gaston. Sorry for that. I couldn't resist. Ooh, that's smelling up nice. All right. I'll go ahead and add my tomato sauce. We'll see how much we need there. Maybe 1 can. I might have to go open 2. Yeah, it's gonna be 2. Because that looks more like a coubillon than a red gravy right there. Okay, man. I'm gonna go get that and I'll be back in a second. I'm back, but now I gotta open it. I got like that little whirly-gig thing there, boy. Sound like I might need some new batteries in that. That thing worked good, yeah. I tried like 3 or 4 different brands. This one worked the best. It lasted the longest. All them other ones broke on me. I got that to the BB&B. All right. I'm throwing that other can of tomato sauce there. Oh yeah, that'll do it. Probably should rinse that out, but I'm not. Oh yeah, that'll look more like it. I got quite a bit of vegetables in there. Me, I always cook too much. I don't know why I do that. I guess I'm used to, when I was young, I'd cook for my family, and we was a pretty decent sized family. Let me think, how many was? 6, 7, 8. There's about 10 of us. Because I had an aunt and an uncle that lived with us when we were younger. Younger, I mean in my teenage years. That's when I started cooking. All right. Now that's going to bubble and throw stuff all over the place. Yeah, it's already started. Now we got to add some seasoning, some herbs to that. So let me grab that. I got some fresh chopped rosemary right there. Throw that in there. Got that off Miss Clooney, my rosemary plant. We're going to add us some parsley. Comme ça. Some oregano. It's tomato. You got to add oregano. Comme ça. And of course, nope, wrong one. I seem to be missing some. Ah, there we go. There we go. I'd moved them. Some thyme. Got to have that thyme in there. All the time. Looks like I'm going to have to refill that. Huh. And let's see. What else we didn't put? Oh, we're going to put a little basil. And some sage, because it's sausage. Now, I don't know why I put in the stuff I do. It's just something tells me this would go in there, and I put it. There's no really rhyme or reason of why I do it. I'm sure maybe Alton Brown could tell us, but I sure can't. It just seems right to me. It feels right, so I'll put it in there. It must be my Cajun ancestors talking to me. Saying, hey boy, you need some of this and that. Listen to me, I know what I'm talking about. Alrighty, well we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put the lid on that after dumping that little bit of sausage grease. There wasn't much grease on this sausage. And we're gonna turn that fire to low, put that lid on there. And guess what? We'll be back after a while to put in the sausage. All right, that sauce been cooking for a few hours. While I was off camera, I realized something. The first time I went to stir it, I forgot to put something in there. You know what it was? Yep, my perfect pinch. So I went ahead and added some of that. And I also added another can of tomato sauce because it just wasn't, it was looking too thick. So, but every time I open that and try to stir in it, I get tomatoes all over the place. So I turn my fire to low. And that thing's barely bubbling now, so it's not sticking as bad as it was. We don't want that sticking. All right, we got that like that. And we're gonna go ahead and we'll throw in them sausage now. And that's been cooking for approximately 2 hours, 2.5 hours. We'll throw in that sausage. We're gonna let that cook for about another half an hour before we're ready to eat that. And like I said, I'll probably just splash myself. I got that on really low fire. I mean, it's so low you can't barely see you got a fire under there. Okay, sausage in there. Yeah, it's not making as much of a boobly mess now. I'm debating whether I need to turn that fire up or not. Oh, yeah, I better do something because it done turned off. Okay, I'm gonna put it back to low. thought I had it on and it done turned off. I guess when the AC come on, it blew it out. I had it so low. But we're gonna go ahead and put that lid back on. Let them sausage cook in that a little while. And we'll come back and we'll probably be ready to head for the table. I also got a pot of rice going, and then I'm gonna heat me up either some corn or some sweet peas, depending on what my buddy Jude wants. So y'all hold on and we'll be back after a while. Okay, that's been cooking for approximately 3 hours now. I was waiting on my buddy Jude, but he never showed up, so I guess I'm gonna be the taste tester myself. Let's go ahead and get the lid off that pot and take a look in there. I just turned that fire off. I had to put that fire low, because it keeps sticking and splashing, and I couldn't abide by that. And I also got me some sweet peas with fennel in them, heating up on the other side there. And that's looking pretty good. I can't wait to get my mouth around that, so I won't. I'll go get me a plate, serve myself up, and see you at the table. All right, we're at the table. Got us a big plate of food here. Give that a try and see what you taste like. Make sure you get a little sausage in there. Yeah. That tomato gravy came out good. Let me tell you. When I make a tomato gravy, I always cook it a long time. This has been cooking about 3.5 hours. And when I serve it, I always like to serve it with a sweet vegetable, like corn or sweet peas. Oh yeah. Them sweet peas, it just kind of help, it blends in with that spiciness of that tomato gravy. Well, as you see, I got me a pretty good helping here. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat that, and I'll see y'all next time on Sky's Cajun Kitchen.